Hi guys, Jay Smith here. Welcome to the AskGolfNut channel. Today we're going to be doing a full review of the TaylorMade P790 2023 version. Some slight changes, etc., which we'll go into. But we're going to give it a full test. We're going to do performance, feel, looks, and above all, forgiveness. At the end of the video, I'll be doing my classic forgiveness where I hit this all over the face to see how well this player's distance iron does. Remember, this has got technology and tungsten and stuff like inside, speed foam and all that lot. So it'll be interesting to see how well this works off interesting parts of the face. And I'll also do the test at slower speeds as well to see at what point this TaylorMade P790 2023 version becomes non-functional for people to use. And so quickly, let's go have a look at what's inside this P790 and what's inside all of the P790s from the range to see how this differs. So basically, TaylorMade are saying that we've got the speed foam air inside, and that's been there for quite a while. That's there to try and dampen noise for sound and stuff like that, but with an AI optimized weighting. So effectively inside the heads, you can see there on the screen the amount of change within, say, 4 irons all the way down to wedges. The internal structure is changing. And why is that? They're trying to optimize the center of gravity. 4 irons are notoriously difficult to get up in the air, and so by optimizing weighting, as in the 4 iron, ramming it as low as they can do, gets the flight going up. And then also when you're talking about 7 irons then down to pitching wedges and stuff like that, as you can see by the pictures that change, having a ballooning flight is not something that you want. Having a little bit more control over flight is something that you want. And so they change the head style and structure to try and optimize that. But they've still got the old slot at the bottom, which obviously TaylorMade have had now for quite some time. And generally speaking, if a company stays with the same idea, technology for quite some time, it works. It's not broken. Why fix it? They're also talking about premium sound and feel. We'll test that one. I'll tell you what, talking about premium sound and feel, we'll go test that now. Right, let's go give it on a hole. Let's go have a little bit of fun hitting into a green and see how well this 7 iron, when it comes to P790 2023 model, gets on. Simulator is now on. We are at hole 17 at Blue Bayou, 173 yards for a corridor of trees and a swamp. So there is a bunker at the front of the green also to collect any mishit or poorly hit golf balls. The new P790 looks for me a much nicer golf club. It's much cleaner, much sleeker. I like chrome, yes I do, and so this is satin. Has got a chrome bar at the back, so it's got something chrome on it. But for me, it's a player's distance iron. Most of them are satin looking, so this just looks a really, they're not big. I mean, the top line's medium, the sole thickness is medium-ish, the blade lengths are medium. Then nothing here is going to put off the player's side, because making something too big is going to put off the players. When it comes to making or turning off the game improvement guys that want to go into something like this, is then not too small. It's just the right amount of everything that will attract most people. Right, let's go give this one a hit. Down by the golf ball, we have a certain amount of offset, but not much whatsoever. Let's go see how it feels. Yeah, hit out the screws. Oh God, this could go in. When I say that, there's a little backstop here. Will it go down the backstop, or do I have to hit it further up the green? Oh, I have to hit it further up the green. It's just nice. 2 mil low, 0 mil toe. It's just good. Face, I mean, it's just good. I like this golf club. I just do. The 2023 version of the P790, for me, it is just two different golf, well, they are two different golf clubs, but you know what I mean. I didn't really get on with the 2021 for no known reason. Same shaft. So I'd done the same shaft, the KBS Tour 120 stiff, in every single one of the TaylorMade reviews that I did. The P7 MC, the P770, the P790, the Stealth, all the same shaft. But it's the only one, the P790, that I had a little bit of I just couldn't get on with it. It was okay, it was fine, but same shaft, different head, makes all the difference. So it's definitely nothing to do with shaft, before the shaft always get on the old comment section. It's just nice. I like it. Again, it's carrying out there. Again, this is at my normal speed. And so I will be doing the test at slower speeds as well, and also forgiveness as well, whack it all around the face. Now, that was 2mm low, 4mm heel, decent strike, path slightly across, face slightly open, baby little fade dynamics, but it's absolutely fine. It's doing 1.37 efficiency. That is effectively maxed out. That is basically maxed out, this thing is. But that is just feels so nice, this does, compared to the old 2021 model. That's left, that's my fault. Well, that's me trying to hit it. But go on, bounce off, this could be in. No, it's bounced off a little bit too far that way. You can see, so you want to get this one in, you've got to hit back left of the green. I just a little bit too far, there we go. That's my fault, look at that roll. It's off the green. It's a good strike, it was just a case of slightly cross and slightly closed. So basically go left, I said. That's my fault, not the golf club's, but it's done really well. I mean, that slightly closed face with a slightly less loft, that's why it's gone a bit further. That's why efficiency's also jumped up, but that's not realistic because, again, I'm lowering loft. But 37 yards in the air, 48 degrees descent angle. If I hit the green, it would stop on any green. But I just like this one. Compared to 2021, for me, this is like polar opposites. It's what I would use, absolutely. Really is. There you go, just enough green there to get the backstop. Oh, should have been a bit more left. I mean, that's absolutely fine. It really is absolutely fine. I will never complain on that shot. From this distance, so path slightly cross, face slightly open, strike fairly good. 37 yards in the air, 48 degrees descent angle, this thing just working. And the feel difference for me, the 2021 I just didn't get on with, but the 2023, I like this much, much more. Right, one more go. I don't think, yeah, again, I'm pushing my luck, but one more go and see how well this one works. Oh, see, push my luck. That was hands off straight away. Is it going to reach? Is it going to reach? Oh, it did. Wow, you'll see that one. Face slightly open. Strike was somewhat worse. That was an absolute mishit. What I'm surprised about that is that was 7mm heel, 12mm low. I mean, you could not get much worse than that. And it has compromised its flight. 28 yards in the air, 45 degrees descent angle, so it would have stopped if it hit the green. It was just slightly short, but it still kind of made it. We lost distance, we lost about 10 yards of distance, but that, as you can imagine, is not a good strike. So from forgiveness point of view, and again, well, I'll do the proper forgiveness in a sec, but one last one, and then we're going to go see how this thing works. Back to normal, there you go. It's just nice. Fractionally right because of the path, face slightly open, but it's just, yeah. 5mm low, 2mm heel, so again, that's why my normal strike is slightly low on the face, but path slightly cross, face slightly open, that's why it's just slightly right of target, but it's just good. 36 yards in the air, 48 degrees descent angle. It's a winner all day long. Now, I could use this in the long irons, absolutely I could. Scoring irons, I'd probably have to go P770 or P7MC, but this with the tungsten and the help, and obviously the centre of gravity placements that you're going to get in the, say, 4 irons and 5 irons, etc., over the wedges, is going to try and help increase that flight. Right, let's go hit this a load of times, all over the face, high toe, heel low, all those weird and wonderful spots. See how forgiving this one is, and also I'm going to do some information at lower speeds as well, to see at what point the P790 2023 model starts becoming a little bit non-functional. Now hit a load of times in the middle, not quite the middle, and more extreme, not quite the middle, to see how well this 2023 version of the P790 got on. Now, I've also captured some information at slower speeds as well to see at what point this P790 starts coming a little bit problematic. Obviously, as you slow speed down, the ball doesn't go as high and it doesn't go as controlled, as steep into the green. So yeah, well, I've captured that information as well. But let's go have a look at the averages first, see how well the P790 got on. So ball speed first, on average 120.2 miles an hour, launching at 19.4, spinning at 5.1. So not bad whatsoever. Remember, this is a 30.5 degree, 30.5 degree, yeah. 7 iron, so again, we're talking back in the day when lofts were 37 degrees for a 7 iron. Things change, technology changes. They never had hollow bodied heads back in the day of that. So, well, they suppose they did with fairway woods, but not an iron. But yeah, so 5,100, which is not bad whatsoever. Peaking height at 35 yards in the air and descending at 47.7 degrees, so 48 degrees. That's going to stop on any green at 174. A very, very healthy number from a 30.5 degree lofted 7 iron swung at 88 miles an hour. You can see efficiency there's 1.37, which is quite encouraging. 3.7 degrees down my attack angle. That's the angle the golf club's coming into the golf ball. Club path is 0.5 and face to path is 0.6, so very 0-0. If anything, very, very, very slight fade dynamics, but they're tiny. 25 degrees aloft and 0 mil toe, 2 mil low is my average strike, but I have got standard deviation on all those numbers there, so you can see of the measure of variance. Again, if you look at the ball compare and the club compare, the trajectories and stuff like that, you can see visually what I have just said when it comes to how well it has just done. So let's go quickly have a look at how some shots got on when you don't necessarily hit it as you should, to see how forgiving this P790 2023 version is. So first one here, I have got a somewhat heel biased delivery. Effectively, this one was hit. I want to say it was a hosel input, we'll call it. We don't want to say that word. No one likes to use that word. But face and path were very, very good, delivered very, very well. You can see efficiency took a massive hit because that was 20 mil hill, 4 mil low, and that was hosel. There was hosel involved in that, and you can see by the tilt axis of the golf ball has absolutely just gone horrid. There was a lot of twists going on because you're a long way from the middle there, and so we've found out that 20 millimeters is the maximum you can go, well, and you start hitting heel, the hosel. Yeah, but under normal conditions, I've got a clubhead speed here at 90 miles an hour, face and path is very 0-0, 10 mil heel and 0 mil low, so just slightly heely, and it's done quite okay. Efficiency is 1.34. Remember, efficiency average was 1.37, so it's only dropped 0.03 of an efficiency, and again, carry is slightly up, but then the swing speed is 2 mile an hour faster than average, so it will do. But effectively, it's done very, very well. If you go over to a low strike, this is 11 mil low, 5 mil heel, so it is slightly heely, but very much so low. Efficiency is now down to 1.3, so it has dropped by 0.07 on the basis of that poor strike. It's done okay. We've lost distance, yes we have, but that's going to be, you're going to lose distance, no different to the one that you saw on camera. I lost distance because of the poor strike. Again, that is another version of the exact same thing. If you're going to hit something that low as a common miss rather than just like an outlier, everyone hits weird and wonderful shots from time to time, but if that's more of a normal rather than an outlier, then obviously I wouldn't be looking at either equipment like this. I'd be looking at something much, much more forgiving, or more so I'd look at trying to stop doing that as a average and try and hit. I don't mind the odd occasional shot. It happens. We're humans. We are going to be hitting all over the face from time to time, but that can't be an average, unfortunately. So yeah, lessons would always trump equipment. So the exactly same for the heel, bar 1 millimeters, 9 mil toe, 0 mil low, so a standard normal heel bias toe bias shot. Efficiency is 1.37 with a 0 face. It's done like exceptionally well. It has not dropped a jot from the average based on a toe strike. Now, if you were hitting this as a normal, I would say it would be absolutely fine. I wouldn't be worried whatsoever because of the fact that you can get away with a 9 mil toe as a nominal miss all day long. I wouldn't say running a 10 mil heel is a good idea because you can see there's a drop in efficiency when you go to the heel. And of course, if your nominal is 10 millimeters heel, you don't have to go very far on a bad day further than that to get to the hosel. And so if you are biased towards the toe, yes, you can go really bad and hit it on a bad day really off the toe, but there's no hosel on the toe, so I'd much rather people be toe biased than heel. Talking about very toe biased, we got one here, 18mm toe, which is 3/4 of an inch off of the middle, so it's fairly, and it's gone left because I swung across and my face was basically square to it, all fractionally closed, but efficiency is 1.33, and again you can see if I remember, from a 10mm heel it is 1.34. You can go all the way out to 18mm toe, 2mm high, and it'd be 0.01 in it. So like for like, every golf club is much more forgiving as a general rule off the toe than the heel. There are some golf clubs which do have a tendency to be a bit more heel forgiving than toe, but also remember, as the club is rotating through impact, the toe is moving faster than the heel. So what you lose a little bit in efficiency from obviously not hitting the middle, but you'll gain an extra club head speed by hitting the toe over the heel anyway. Right, so we've got one here, 86 miles an hour, and this was an interesting one. I've done some, we're going to be doing tests now on different speeds so you get an idea. Again, 88, 90 miles an hour is kind of, I was just doing a slightly slowed down version of my normal 91, 92, because then these are players distance irons. So players distance irons are for people like players, it doesn't mean, again, it can be for any player really, or any type of player that wants a little bit of help with distance, but doesn't want to lose out on peak height, doesn't want to look out on looks as well. So there's always technology in players distance irons, and there's also a smaller version of what a game improvement iron would be, hence players distance. But 86 miles an hour, club path is very, very good, and face to path is 0.5 open. It's 3mm heel. 3 at 1mm high. So again, I can pop this up on the screen. It was very, very close to target, offline 0-0, and if you can see by the replay there, it did get very, very, very close to target. I do like this 2023 P790 much more than the 2021. Again, every individual is going to have a different reaction to certain things. Some people having no reaction whatsoever. The difference between 2021 and 2023, for me, is a huge difference. I really do like the 2023 version. As you can see, nearly hold that one out. But the flight is going 34 yards in the air and is descending at 47 degrees. So even at 86 miles an hour, absolutely functional. Let's go a little bit slower now, 82 miles an hour. So path was 0, face was fractionally open, 1 degree open. But again, decent strike. 164 carry now, so obviously carry is coming down as I start the slow swing slower. And then if you look at the flight on that one, it is going 31 yards in the air and 45.5 degrees descent angle, so 46 degrees. I'm a great fan of 45 degrees as a general rule as to the descent angle going into a green, because 45 degrees will stop on any green. In reality, guys, as long as you're not playing on super hard greens, anything between 40 and 45 will be absolutely fine as well. If you're sub 40 degrees descent angle, you're going to have to be playing on very soft greens for that to consistently stop and have control going in. If not, you're going to have to bounce and roll it in as a way to get to target. But it's working, it's fine, absolutely fine. So next one, down to 78 miles an hour. And this is the point where I wouldn't go any more really. So again, path was slightly from the inside, face is less than a degree open, good strike, 2mm high, 0mm toe, it's a decent strike. It's going 29 yards in the air now and 44 degrees descent angle at 157. So you can see the distance is coming off, the height's coming off, and also the control, the descent angle is coming off as well. If we are talking about anything less than the high 70s, 80 miles an hour, honestly, but we can get away. And bearing in mind, my delivery is changing to maximize the flight potential. Not everyone has got the same delivery, so you might find that even 80 miles an hour, if you don't deliver as much loft because of the way you deliver, it won't work, and so you have to then look at a different golf club or golf club design. And so from this point of view, if you were starting to get slower than this, even I would be looking at going into like high launch versions of golf club to try and aid you getting the golf ball up in the air a bit better. So effectively, when it comes to the conclusion of the 2023 P790 from TaylorMade, for my perspective, I am a huge fan of it. I prefer it much more over the 2021. Just for some reason didn't get on with it, and it is the exact same shaft that I tested it in, so it's not the shaft. I tested it on multiple days as well. so it's not just one day. Looks, I feel, are looking nicer. It looks cleaner, it looks sleeker, less busy, and it has a little bit of chrome at the back, and I do like my chrome, but it looks a very, very nice iron. It is technology packed. I don't know how much these cost. I'll be honest, I don't. And sometimes obviously price is a factor, but they feel okay for a hollow bodied iron. You can definitely tell it's hollow bodied, but it feels pretty good. There are softer versions of the design out there from different manufacturers, but again, when it comes to sound and looks, that is very subjective and down to the person testing. I play blade, so I like the soft, dead feeling, dull, quiet of impact. I'm not a great fan of game improvement irons which make an awful noise for my ears or a massive firecracker going off. You guys, if you want confidence inspiring looks, real estate down by the golf ball, and you don't mind a bit more of an explosive, confidence inspiring pop, then there you go. Everyone's different, but that's what this golf club is, different to others. But well done, TaylorMade. It's a good change to the P790. I am a fan, and I could honestly play this one in long irons. I'd still go P7MC or P770 in the scoring irons, but there you go. So hope you liked the video. If you did, go on, thumbs up. YouTube liked it, so do I. Down there is a subscribe button. It's free and it's great for the channel. If you could do that, that'd be wonderful. Next, that is a bell icon. That's a notification bell. If you click that one, that will notify you next time I upload another video, and I will be uploading compares against i525, 225, possibly the Forge Tech, maybe say something like the Strixon ZX5, and they'll be coming soon. So make sure you're subscribed, got the bell on, and comment below as well. What do you think of the new 2023 version of the P790? So I hope you're well, and we'll see you again soon.